Good morning. Happy Saturday to you. This is your girl, Coach O, founder and CEO of Action Speaks Volume Incorporated, known as your procrastination strategist, behavior change expert. I help you to build unshakable confidence, stop procrastinating, and you got it. Get your dreams out of your head into your life. Happy Saturday to you. I pray that you have an amazing day planned for today, even if it's nothing but spending time with yourself, or if it is spending time with somebody you care about, or if you're having your self care day today. I know where I am, it is raining, but I still have a pretty full day. I have class tonight. I have class at a little later on today, as well as training today. So I'm going to give you a few minutes to join. But it's such a blessing to be here this morning. We had an amazing time with Pakistan this morning. They had a Christmas celebration and I was able to see the babies perform, and such a blessing. And it's always a pleasure to see them. But you see what the title of today's live feed is, and it is Be Responsible. And I see we got a typo in there. That's supposed to be, we'll get that fixed. We'll get that fixed and changed. But anyway, be responsible for your own, that's supposed to be own happiness. So you have all these smart devices that do what it want to do, but anyway, your own happiness. And so anyway, we'll get that changed. Be responsible for your own happiness. So many they expect for other people to make them happy. They expect for outsiders to make them happy. But you have to realize that your happiness really comes from within. If you want true happiness, your true happiness will come from within. And I see Pakistan. They have sent me some more celebration pictures. Such a such oh they sent me some more pictures. Such a pleasure. Yeah, but good morning, Apostle. Thank you so much for joining. We're talking about, being responsible for your own happiness. A lot of times we look on the outside and we look for other people to make us happy, but happiness comes from within. So we want to talk about that a little bit this morning before we get our day started, because we're coming up to a season where a lot of people are disappointed. A lot of people are disappointed, and this year is different. Is this year is most different than anything else, and we've already kind of established that "own" is spelled wrong. These smart things anyway, but we're gonna fix that. But we're coming up on a season where people have break up, hang up, they get all caught up because they didn't get the gift they wanted. They didn't get a gift. Um, don't be bothered. Do not be bothered. We a lot of times you hear so many people say, "Well, I don't like holidays because this happened or that happened." I love holidays not because it's a holiday, because it's just another day. I like life. The holidays come is a part of life, and so it's not about the holiday. It's not about the gift. It's not about none of that, because when we think about, we're blessed to be a part of the day, the holiday. It's just another day. It's a day for us to be grateful for. Good evening. Good morning, Dr. Sibby. Thank you so much for joining. So I want to encourage individuals and people around the world, be your own happiness. Good morning, Era. Thank you so much for joining. Be your own happiness. Bring your own happiness. Be responsible for your own happiness. Don't put that responsibility on somebody else. You can't make yourself happy, but you want to make somebody else responsible for doing something that you can't do for yourself. That's something to really think about. How often and how many times have we focused and tried to make somebody else responsible for our happiness? Good evening. I don't know why I want it to be evening. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much, Robert. Good morning, Robert. Thank you so much. Good morning, my blessed brother from Pakistan. Good morning, Bishop. Thank you so much for joining. Such a pleasure to see you all this morning. Always love the work that you do and love being able to work with you. But as I was saying that, you're in a season where people they get disappointed around the holidays. They get disappointed. Good morning, Sister Melton. Thank you so much for joining. People get disappointed around the holidays. Why? They get hung up and caught up on the gift. Jesus is the greatest gift. Accept him. Yes. They get caught up on the gift and the cost of the gift. And I didn't get what I want. If I don't get anything but life, I'm truly happy. And when you live the life that you want every day, you don't have to wait for a day. And when you build the life that you want, you don't have to put that responsibility on anybody else. Good morning, Brother Warren. Thank you so much for joining. Stop making other people responsible for your happiness. We like to say that, I'm not happy because of what they said and what they did and how they treated me and how they handled me and all these different sorts of types of things. But let me tell you something. It's how you treat yourself and determine if you're going to be happy, if you're going to, if you're going to enjoy the day, if the day is going to be great. You can determine how your day is going to be before your day even gets started, because you can make up in your mind that nothing and nobody is going to rob me of my peace, because see, peace really comes from within. A lot of us, we allow what people do, what people don't do, what people say and what people don't say, how people feel about us and all these different sorts of types of things. We allow that to dictate how we feel about ourselves. But you shouldn't partner with something that you don't like. You shouldn't partner with somebody with something that you do not like. You don't like what they said, but you take it as ownership and you begin to say it to yourself consciously and unconsciously. You begin to repeat those things to yourself that you don't like. They don't make you feel good. So I want you to be responsible for your own happiness and do not put that burden on somebody else. So the things that you want, if you're not expecting for somebody else to get it for you, get it for yourself. That is one of the reasons why I love, and it's not about being, and let me tell you something, because I want to help you women out. You don't have to be in competition with your man. See, a lot of the time, men, they're competitive anyway. But you don't have to, if he gets you, you don't have to go trying to buy the biggest gift. Get what you gonna get. And I mean, I'm not talking about don't go be small and don't be cheap and all these different sorts of types of things. But I don't understand, why is it that why are you competing with each other? It's not a competition. Do what you do because you think that you have put in some thought into it. You're thinking, okay, this is going to make him happy or this is going to make her happy. Do that thing. But if your gift is based on what they got you last time, y'all hear me now. If your gift is based on what they got you last time, or you going to see what they going to do before, you going to only give them, part of what you was going to give them. And once you find out what they gave you, that's going to determine what you going to give them. You need to sit down somewhere because you don't mean it anyway. When you give a gift and you give a gift from your heart, you doing well. But when you giving a gift and you got to play games with it, don't nobody have time for that. Sometimes during this season, we can be the most pettiest people. And that's why we're not happy, because we petty. And, I'm going to try to keep this, I want to talk about, you being responsible for your peace. But, I'll be the one all over the place. But all of it be, valuable stuff. And you kind of take it for, what it's worth for you. You use what you can use and you leave the rest. But you got to not be petty around these holidays, because some of your happiness, the reason you're not happy with The reason you're not happy because you're being petty with your stuff. You're being petty with your gifts. You're being petty with your thoughts. Because do you know that a thing that you do required a thought? And thoughts, when you use up your space, when you use up your space, trying to, I don't know if you'll call it slick, but when you playing games and stuff, that's just too much. It's just too much. Be real, be you, be responsible. Be responsible for your own happiness. And a lot of the stuff that you feel around the holidays, you won't feel. A lot of the grudges that you have and a lot of the breakups that you have around holidays. Have you noticed how many people break up around Christmas and birthdays and Valentine days because they feel like they don't have nothing to give? First of all, you done had all year to do what you're going to do. These days are not surprises. We know that, your birthday is the same every year. We know Valentine's is on the 14th of February every year. We know Christmas is the 25th of every year. So why is it that we get all surprised and shocked when this time comes, like it snuck up on us? We had no clue that it was coming. We had no idea that this time was coming around. That's a bunch of stuff, So we have to be real with ourselves. And a lot of times people will do you the way you do them. You're not a good giver. You give people stuff that you don't even like. You re-gifting stuff that somebody gave you because you was ungrateful. Come on now, somebody. But see, when you're grateful, if nobody does anything and you're doing the right thing, those things that you want, you don't have to wait for somebody else to do it. You can do those things yourself. So I want you to be responsible for your own happiness. And this is not just around the holidays. This is just an overall thing. Because even sometimes we will bring baggage into relationships. And we feel like that if they don't do the things that we want them to do the way that we want them to do them, we're not happy. A lot of us, we're not happy when we get in relationships. We're broken, and you bring all that mess into the relationship. And when they're not dancing to the music that you're playing, when they're not doing the thing that you want them to do, then you equate that to being unhappy. So I want you to be responsible for your own happiness and be at peace with whatever is. Don't be so hung up on the holidays and what you didn't get and what you can't give and what you can't do. I want you to be grateful for life. I want you to be grateful for life. Because see, some of us, some parents are not happy because of what they can't give your kids. Some of your kids don't deserve all this mess you're trying to buy anyway. Can we just be real? They don't do what they're supposed to do. They're not responsible. Their grades are not, they play more games. They don't know no words. They're not reading nothing. They're not feeding their brain. Some of the things that you're trying to get for your kids, they don't need it anyway. So you got to look at, you have to live past the 25th, right? So for you to go in debt and for you to pay extra interest, do you know the interest on your credit card is, some of this stuff is like 19.6 and 25%. Is it worth it? Ask yourself, is it really worth it? You're in debt for the next 30 years because you're trying to get you're trying to get a gift that somebody don't even deserve. And sometimes it's your little kids. I know. My kids, no, your kids need to sit down. Sometimes we're going in debt for why? Buy what you can afford and get what you can afford. And if you can't afford that thing, don't go in debt where you having to pay for a game 3 to 5 years because you didn't put it on a credit card. You're paying the minimum payment on it. And then, every month that you have that balance, they socking you with interest. And so it never looks like your overall balance is going down. So I want you to shop smart this year because you got people out here still out here. You're on the struggle bus and you still out here trying to get some gifts that you can't afford. And then the day after Christmas, you can't pay your light bill. You worried about a good meal. What is a good meal? If you're eating and you're healthy, you eat. If Christmas is just another meal, it don't have to be 3 meats. You don't have to have no turkey and ham and all this other stuff and this and that and the third. Have fun, enjoy life, get what you can afford, and be worry free where you won't have to take that burden into 2021. 2020 has already had enough of its own problems. 2020, we've had enough losses, we've had enough struggles, we've had enough stuff to go on in 2020 for us to not to take a lot of stuff from 2020 into 2021. But I'm gonna tell you something. Your 2021 will not be any different than 2020 if your mindset is the change. It is the same. Your behavior is the same. Your thinking is the same. The actions that you take is the same. You know, I was thinking before I came on here this morning, and I feel my motor coming on, because I come on here trying to act like I got a little sense. I be coming on here trying to be dignified and not be all loud, and I get the moving around because I get excited. But I said, there were not, change is not a thought. You teaching the gospel truth. Come on now. Yeah. Change is not a thought. Change is action. Can we just be real? See, a lot of times we think, I'm going to change this thing. I'm going to change. You're not going to change if you're not going to do something. Talking about change is not going to change anything. Talking about change, you're not going to change communication by talking about what you're going to change. You're not going to change your situation by just talking about it. It's what you do and not what you say. That's why I love my company, Action Speaks Volume. Because see, you've heard so many times that action speaks, what is that? Action speaks louder than words. I didn't have my little tagline so long I didn't forget. But action speaks louder than words. Action speaks volume. And do you know what volume is? Volume is wide, volume is deep, volume is long. Look up the word volume. When you start speaking with what you do, see, listen, doing is louder than saying. When you do, that speaks louder than anything that you can say. See, a lot of times we can say, oh, I love you. I love you. Remember that I love you. No, show me that you love me. Doing is louder than saying. Now, I speak loud. I can speak to the rooftop. I can get as loud and as I can get so loud. My voice can be projected, a long ways. But what good is it if I don't bag my words up with action? Change is a behavior. Change requires for you to do something. You can't keep on going around in these circles and chanting and rocking and you're going to do this thing and I'm going to do this and you ought to get tired of lying to yourself. I'm not gonna bother y'all today. It's raining, and I know for some of y'all it's cold, and I know for some of y'all you looking at today is my day. Today is not your day if you're not gonna do anything. If you still talking about what you gonna do, fin to, ought to, should do, want to, could do, that ain't gonna do nothing. I need you to make a commitment to make a change. Do what you need to do to make it happen. And if you don't do that, stop. If you know how they said, you either what is the oh my God, what is it? You either put out or put up or go home. Anyway, I'm gonna say it my way. You gonna hallelujah, don't stop. You gonna either put out or you need to go put it up. You're going to either put out the necessary actions that need to be done, or you need to go put up what you're saying. Because we keep on talking about change. And say, I want you to make this commitment. Today is the 19th. We still got a few more days in 2020. Don't go in 2021 with that same old mess you did all year. All year, we had more time to do stuff, especially when we was on the shutdown. You wasn't going as much. You wasn't required to be out as much. And you still didn't do nothing. You had more time to be effective. You had more time. You either put up or shut up. There you go. Thank you. See, I'm good. I hear stuff and don't hear it and forget it, sometimes on purpose. But you either put up or you shut up. Thank you, Apostle. You put up or you shut up. You're going to either do something or go sit down. And I know there's another one that said, if it's too hot in the kitchen, get out the kitchen. Get out the kitchen. You're going to have to eat. You're going to have to do what you say, or you're going to have to know that nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to change in your relationships. Nothing's going to change in your bank account. Nothing is even going to change within yourself. Because, see, a lot of times we want to change everything and everybody else outside of us. But change starts with us. Change starts with you and with me. And when, a lot of times we see the change that everybody else needs to make. We know what everybody else needs to do. But see, what you need to know is what you need to do. When you learn what you need to do to make your life better, you'll begin to make other people's life better. When you know how you can make yourself happy, you'll know how to better make other people happy. See, that's what it really gets down to. When I say be responsible for your own happiness, and if all of us took on that same, if all of us took on that same responsibility, it would be easier for us to get along with other people. Because see, we wouldn't have this expectation for people to do a thing. Come on now, somebody. You be the change that you want to see. Be the change that you want to see. See, when we are responsible for our own happiness, we don't have to count and depend on people. We don't have to make people feel bad for something that they can't do. Yeah, you got it. You don't have to, sometimes we get into relationships and think that, well, why is this thing? What is going on? Why? What? Come on. This thing is just going to do its own thing. And I know it's because why? Okay, it's telling me, I don't need you interrupting in my broadcast like that, but that's what you, look, let me tell you, when you got good protection, good vision, it wanted me to let me know somebody just came in my house, cameras popping up and all this, but either way, yeah. So I love it. I like the protection. One of the kids this morning said that it's super sensitive. Now they let you know you touch on a door up in here, baby, before you can get up in here, you caught. But either way, you have to be the change that you want to see. You have to be the change that you want to see. And when we are the change, we begin to see the happiness that's bubbling up on the inside. And they said, what's in you, it got to come at you. What is in you, it have to come out of you. So if you're a happy person on the inside, you'll be a happy person on the outside. And when you're sharing that happiness with somebody else, guess what? You're happy and they're happy and we're happy and we're just some happy people. But we all got to do the same work. That's all I'm saying. We all got to do the same work. When you be a blessing to other people, people be a blessing to you. We're all happy. We're all blessed. But see, we got to read the serenity prayer. When you're happy, and they're happy, and we're happy, everybody is happy. But we want to put our happy responsibility on somebody else and say, because you didn't do, and because you didn't say, you didn't tell me that I was cute, and you didn't tell me, and you didn't do this, you didn't recognize my hair, and you didn't recognize me. Baby, you can get up in the mirror and say, boo, you cute today. If they recognize it, okay. Because what is it? You're expecting for him to say that your hair is cute and he didn't even recognize you got your hair done because it looked like it did before you went. Y'all not going to talk to me today. And then if you stop being so plain, and I know this is just me. You don't have to be the same. You can be different, but if you want to be the same and that's you, that's you. But you cannot expect for people to recognize a difference when nothing is changing about you. Hello. Nothing is changing about you. Because see, sometimes you might want to, pin your hair up, do something, pull it back, do something. And so, something different about you. I really can't put my hand on it, but something is different about you. But if you always looking the same, you got your hair tied up and you don't never want to do nothing different, and you wonder why. Let's figure, I already know what you're going to do. So anybody got tired to be fooling with you today? No, they already know what you're going to do. They know what you're going to say. You so routine. And then you wonder why they're not happy. You're not doing anything different. You got to be willing to do something different. Not just with other people. You got to be willing to do something different with you. Looking on the mirror instead of at the mirror. Looking in the mirror instead of out the window. You got to get in the mirror. Because see, the change that you want to see, it starts from within. That's all I'm trying to tell you. The change that you want to see, y'all like, well, you ain't doing that. Look at what you're doing. Everything that we can look out to see in somebody else, you can look in first and you can kind of find what a problem is. Because, see, a lot of times the problem is not on the outside of us, the problem is on the inside of us. But, see, it's not easy for you to see the picture when you in it. It is not easy for you to see the picture while you're in it. You're going to have to step out of the frame, honey, and look at that thing. You take a look at it and say, now I see what everybody else see. You're going to have to step out of the picture and stop thinking that it's always something wrong with everybody else, because it may be something wrong with you. It may be something wrong with your behavior. Good morning, April. Thank you so much for joining. It may be something wrong with your attitude, that is. It may be something wrong with the way you believe and how you feel, because you think if things are not going your way, that they're not working. But see, your way may be jacked up. Can we be real? Your way, because see, you may have been raised as an only child, so you think that the world only spin on your axle. Good morning, Nikita. Thank you so much for joining. So sometimes you have to look and say that this thing is not about me. Let me look at myself a little bit and see, am I expecting more of people than I should, because I could be doing a little bit more. See, I know, a lot of times we think that everybody else is supposed to do everything for us. And what are you doing? This was yesterday's presenter. Yes. Thank you so much, Evangelist. Good morning. You helping somebody. Yes. I don't know where this stuff gonna go. Cause see, this is what I like about me. I come on here unscripted, because I know the energy. And like this, when this furnace come on in the inside, I know that it's not me. I could come on here and talk to you all day long. You'll get tired of me. But when this furnace come on, and this is the thing, I don't care if I come on here and help one person. Because see, somebody need to hear this. Because see, somebody, and it's like this furnace has just come on. Somebody has been expecting for somebody else to be all this for them. But boo, I need you to look at you today. I need you to look at you today, because it's really not them. It's really not, they are not the reason that you haven't been happy. It's you. It's you. You have been messing up the environment for everybody, because you got this old stank attitude, because you figure, and oh Lord, help me. Help me. Things could be different if you change a little bit. They can be different. They can be different. You talking about, oh, I don't feel like, oh, this thing is like this, it's like the heater that just come on. I don't feel like doing this and that, and I don't feel like doing this and that. Do you know most of the stuff you do is not because you feel like it, it's because you know it needs to be done to make things right. You have to be intentional in what you do. You got to be intentional in your money. You got to be intentional in your mind. You got to be intentional with your man. Oh, come on now, somebody. I know some of y'all so saved that you don't like it. But if you're in a married relationship, that there's some stuff that you got to do. You cannot be showing up out here in these streets thinking just because you is, y'all hear me? Just because you is that you're still relevant. You're not still relevant because you is the whoever. You have to make yourself relevant. So I need you to stop being lazy with yourself. Yeah, I need you to stop being lazy with yourself. I need you to stop being lazy. I need you to get out the picture. I need you to step out. Can you imagine yourself? Like literally, step out. Take a leap out. Step out the picture. Yeah, I need you to step out. Cup half full versus half empty. It's all in the perspective. You got to stop looking out and start looking in. Yeah, you got to start looking in. So, what is our topic? Let me get back up here to this topic. Be responsible for your own happiness. Stop putting your mess in somebody else's lap, because you don't even know what you want. Have you ever asked, when you're trying to cook for your family and you ask them what they want to eat? I don't know. Don't nobody know nothing. But they want to put all that responsibility on you. And then when you fix something, I didn't really want that. You didn't know what you wanted. So how did you know what you didn't want? when you didn't know what you did want. So that's where we have to be really clear on what it is that we desire. Because see, you have a lot of things that's showing up in your life that you don't want, but you never said what you did want. Y'all not going to talk to me today. So you have to know exactly what you want. Because if you don't know what you want, whatever you get should be okay. See, a lot of times you're unhappy in a situation, but you never told them what you want. Let's have a sit down. You know, people don't like to have sit down. You have to say, come on, let's have a sit down. Because see, a lot of times what we want to do, we want to text stuff. Don't know about, you don't, when you really think about it. And I had an amazing conversation with some amazing people on yesterday. I really enjoyed it. Because think about it. I want you to put this in perspective. And this is a tip for you. Texting and emailing, that's for information. But when you get ready to have a conversation, conversations need to be face to face or over the phone. You need to hear you need to be vocal. You need to be verbal. But if you need some information, text it, baby. Text it. But you can't be in no doggone relationship texting folks all the time. And you thinking we in what? We passing information when we texting, when we emailing, we passing information. But baby, when we in a relationship and we in a partnership and we trying to do some business together, we need to talk. See, that's why we get the wrong understanding, because you want to text everything. So check yourself. Listen, I'm trying to help y'all today. Listen, I know y'all don't like me. I know you don't like me. That's okay. I know. So if all that joker want to do is text you all the time and all this, everything is an emoji, you know, you're not handling business. You playing games. Yeah. How we get there? Because see, that's a part of your happiness. See, a lot of times we want to tie one thing to a thing. Listen, we want to say, you know, but there's a saying out there that said the way you do one thing is the way you do all things. All six senses, yes. The way you do one thing is the way you do all things. But see, you got to remember, happiness is in all ways. You got to look at your happiness. It includes your relationship. If you got a bad relationship, boo, you're not happy. If you're not happy with yourself, you're not happy. If you broke, you're not happy. If you're broke and you're saying, I'm happy, you lying. I can't be happy broke. I'm sorry. I can't feel good broke. I'm sorry. And see, that's why a lot of marriages don't make it. Because see, you can have all the good sex you want. I'm sorry. That only goes so far. Because after that is this, I know some of y'all are so saved and all this and that, but you wouldn't have little Johnny and little Mary if you wasn't doing stuff. Okay. So we just gonna be real and hope you got your kids somewhere put up. But anyway, you cannot be in happy. You is not happy in a relationship. I don't care how they putting it down, how they laying it down, how they spreading it out, because that only lasts. Because see, when you get up from all that and you got to pay the light bill, when you got to meet Memphis Light, Water and Gas and Mr. Energy and the Centerpoint, and you got to see Suddenlink and all these other people, AT&T and Cricket and what is these other folks, T-Mobile and Verizon and all these further. Watch out there now. Yes, ma'am. Listen, when you got to look at all these people, all that other stuff don't matter. You know, you can have that fun. That's why people get that mixed up, because you thinking because you laying it down. Honey, your bat and your ball, that's for that field. But when it come down to this field right here, we got some other stuff that we got to do. And that don't get it. It don't get it. So you can go put your little cute, we love you. Thank you so much. I love you too. You can go put your little cute panties up. You can go put your boxers up. You can go put your necklaces up. Because when it comes down to talking to this business, we got business to take care of. And see, I know for you saved folks, you so holy that you're no earthly good. But that's why you're going through life unhappy, because you really don't want to address the real issues. And you don't want people to know that you have a sexual side, which is something natural. If you're married, that's natural. If you're in a relationship trying to get married, that's natural. You're going to have to do something, though, that you're going to like the marriage. I mean, come on. I mean, I'm not telling you to go out and do anything. I'm not telling you that. Grown folk talk. This is keeping it real. I know it ain't transparent Tuesday or Thursday, but this is just keeping it real with Coach O. If you're going to be happy, you got to be whole happy. Whole happy. That is WHOLE. You cannot be happy with your money when you ain't happy with your man. You can't be happy with your man when you ain't got no money. You cannot be happy with neither one of those when you're not happy with yourself. You're going to have to be whole happy. You're going to have to be happy with yourself. You're going to have to be happy with your money. You're going to have to be happy with your man, your woman. Look, the reason why a lot of us are not happy because you're missing some stuff. You thinking that you can be in balance. How many people do you know had a lot of money that they ain't here no more? They wasn't happy. Money can't buy you love. Money can't buy you happiness. Happiness is within. Happiness is within yourself. And when you are not happy, that's why you got people, they can do all different sorts of types of things. You got to be whole happy. Come on, hashtag. Put it on. Come on. I like it, Nikita. I'm going to put it in there for myself because it makes me feel good. I got to be whole happy. You ain't going to be sexing me up and down, baby, and you broke. I'm sorry. I can't get with you. We can't even go there. I'm sorry. I know for the church mothers. I'm sorry. But anyway. And for some of y'all that's creeping, sneaking, and all this. But look, but that's why I'm in the house by myself, so I can, I'm not, but people be sometime in your inbox. Why you not married? Because I got a choice. I don't have to settle. I got to be whole happy. I need to be whole happy. You don't need to be half happy, and then on the half that you're not happy, you got this life of regret, and you're making yourself even more miserable. Why? Because you keep on talking about it. Honey, he ain't doing this, and she ain't this, and she ain't doing that. No, I want to be the talk of your life in a good way. I got to be the talk of your life in a good way. So you got to stop expecting for your happiness to be on one axis. Your happiness is not going to be able to stay. It's not going to be able to withhold yourself because it's imbalanced. When you broke, you can't be happy. How you going to try to have fun and you trying to figure out when they coming to cut these lights off. You can't be happy and it's cold because there's only so much body heat, honey. There's only so much body heat that we can accumulate. Because, see, I need the heat. Sometimes, there's only, think about it if it's in the summertime. Check this out. It's in the summertime and you hot. I don't care how hot it get. You can get out of everything that you got and still be hot. You need some air. And you do not need no hot, sweaty joke up on you talking about we in love and the air conditioner is not working. I know this makes some people, because see, for the saved folks, for the super saved folks that ain't no earthly good, when you talk about this supposed to be, but that's why relationships don't work, because see, you think that you don't supposed to talk about nothing but Jesus, but sometimes, you read your word, you pray, and you want to do things God's way, but when you're in a relationship, this is not for you to be talking about your shana when he's trying to get his groove on. I'm trying to help somebody, because see, some of y'all are so saved that you want to bring you want to bring the Bible. You you want to bring the Bible when he or she, whoever is the initiator of this thing, but can we just be real? All the time, they don't want to talk about your business. They don't want to talk about your job. They don't want to talk about how you feel and what your friend did and all this and that. Sometimes they just want to spend some time with you. Hey, Empowering A. I see Empowering A sisters in the house. Thank y'all so much. Sometimes they just want to spend time with you. Leave all that other mess on the outside. Can't you just be a person for one? Take your title off. Now I'm talking, this for the married folks. Married folks. I'm talking about y'all married folks. Take your title off. Take your work clothes off. Take all that stuff off. Take all that stuff. Sit that stuff to the side. Put it, the stuff that, don't put your religion on the side. But see, all that other stuff, let me help you. Go put that on the shelf. Go put your $1 million, put your $1 million idea on the shelf for a few minutes. Y'all, I'm trying to help y'all be happy. I'm trying to help you be happy. You only a few days from Christmas. And I don't want you to be miserable on Christmas because you got this expectation that's not being met. Meet your own expectation. And I'm not talking about you being independent, ladies, because see, sometimes we can be so independent that can't nobody make you happy because you got all these doggone requirements. You got all these expectations. You know that you got this long laundry list of stuff that can't nobody fulfill. And you ain't all that anyway. I know. Don't get mad with me. Don't get mad. But if you do, I don't care. Sometimes we got all this list. He need to do this and do this, and he need to do this and do this, and this need to be done. And if he can't do this and this, you got all this junk that somebody trying to fulfill because you didn't came up with a list from all your past relationships, but you forgot all the junk that you were doing or not doing in the relationship. Come on, talk to me now. You forgot all the stuff that you were doing, so you created this one-sided list. It was what everybody else did or didn't do, but you forgot what you wasn't doing. You wasn't getting up, fixing yourself up, because you think you can still lay around. Please be real. You think you can still lay around up in these all these big old pajamas and stuff like that? I don't even sleep in no pajamas, honey. I sleep. I know this for the church folks. You holler, missionary, this and that. Can we just be honest? And these are the things that you got to talk about in secret. But you know, I think if we talked about real stuff in church more, people marriages would last longer. I don't walk around in no t-shirt and underclothes because I got kids. But and when I'm in my room with my door closed, I'm not, you know. And I know for somebody, for the super saved folks, they probably say that is too much to be talking about and this and that and the third, and that's why you're not happy. That's why with your saved self, and you was married, that he figured I'm gone. And she made have said, I'm gone. Because if you always, cause see, we can talk about this word. Cause see, a lot of times we want to get to the word when it got something, when the word start mirroring us. We want to bring out the word and beat folks upside the head with this book. But you know, being real is in there too. Being real is in there too. And we would try to take a natural thing and make it unnatural. And we would try to take a natural thing and make it so nasty and it's just not right and all this stuff. Honey, if you married, enjoy yourself. Tell them to to swipe left. I mean, come on. So instead of you being unhappy this holiday and letting COVID-19 run your day and all these different sorts of types of things, because you know a lot of people ain't even trying to date nobody. They ain't trying to meet nobody in the midst of COVID, because we don't know, honey, if you got it or if you've been around people that had it or all these different sorts of types of things. Because see, some of y'all getting out here don't want to mask up. You know, but I got my stuff right here. Some of y'all getting out here, you don't want to mask up because you feel like you're greater than thou, and the stuff ain't gonna get. Ain't nobody trying to date nobody right now. So we gonna sit there to the side. This is for my single folks. But anyway, I said a lot of stuff to make you laugh, to keep you from getting upset with me. But everything I said was for real. And a lot of times we do not want to have real conversations because we feel like, oh, we can't talk about the body. Oh, that's supposed to be some top secret. How is it a secret and everybody got it? You know, you're not talking about something. I don't understand that this secret stuff that everybody have. Secrets is stuff that don't nobody know about, don't nobody got but you. But everybody had this stuff that we talking about it. And a lot of problems that we have is people don't know how to deal with a thing that everybody have because we so secret with it. Why are we a secret with it? I don't know. Maybe you need to do some separate classes, or maybe you need to do something, but people need to be able to be open. That's why they not happy, because it's a secret. Everything is a doggone secret. If you start sharing some of your secrets and they share some of their secrets, baby, you share what's working for you and what's not working, and start sharing some of the stuff that you're doing that's making this joker happy. How is he so happy? How is she so happy? You start sharing some of those secrets, more people be happy. But everything is a doggone secret. If it wouldn't be a secret, a lot of the stuff that we doing, it wouldn't be no secret because everybody would know about it. So, like, for real, This is a season some of y'all are so miserable because you feel like you lonely and you bored and you not happy and don't know about it. All this, stop it. Please stop. Don't do yourself like that this year. Lose the self-talk. If it's something about your life that you don't like, change it. If it's something that you want that you don't have, buy it. And the way you buy it, you have to get that cash flow going. Cash flow, cash flow, cash flow. That's a tongue twister. Get that cash flow flowing. And how you get your cash flow flowing, baby, you're going to have to increase your income by increasing your action. Oh, I need to write that one down. Can somebody put that in the chat for me? Increase your cash flow by increasing your action. You're going to have to do something to make more money. And it ain't being cuter. Nobody paying for cuteness nowadays. And nobody trying to pay for no cuteness. We pay for work. We pay for problem solving. So you're going to have to increase your cash flow. You can't afford to do the things that you want to do, and you get upset because somebody else can't do it. Can we all bring something to the table? What you got for the potluck? Thank you so much, Faith. Increase your cash flow by increasing your action. Yes. You're going to have to be willing to do something. Good morning, Faith. Thank you so much for joining. You're going to have to be willing to do something. Be responsible for your own happiness. And you will stop putting all these burdens on other people when you take action in your own life. Be the change that you want to see. Be the change that you want to experience. You bring the happiness to other people. When I was able to celebrate this morning with Pakistan, I was able to be a part of their happiness. Yeah, that makes me happy. When you make other people happy instead of making other people sad because you're a burden to them, it'll make you happy. Have you ever heard the thing that say, be connected to a bigger cause? Because see, the things that we do that is when it's only about us, we may feel like we're not worth it. I don't feel that way about me because I feel like I'm worth it. That's why I work the way that I work, and that's why I do the things that I do, because I'm worth it. I'm worth it to me. I may not mean anything to you, but I'm worth it to me. So when you're connected to a bigger cause, that's why you say, who is this uncircumcised Philistine blaspheming my God? I'll take him out. You got to be tied to a bigger cause, and that way you can bring happiness while you're being happy. Be responsible for your own happiness. Look, I got to get ready to get out of here because I got some stuff to do, and I will be on calls from 12 to, oh my God, probably 9 o'clock. Be responsible for your own happiness. You can put a smile on your face, and when you smile, and you put a smile on somebody else's face, because do you know that you can take somebody else's smile off their face by the energy that you bring into an environment? That's when I tell people, no, you're not going to be messing up my environment, honey. Get out of my space. You are not going to mess up my environment. Because it's no point of us being around each other when we can't be happy. That's crazy to me. You laying around acting like you can't breathe and you got your back turned. Increase your cash flow by increasing your action. Yeah. If you can't count your blessings, you can share your blessings. Focus on being a giver and a helper to others, and you'll be happy. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But you ain't finna mess up my environment. You got an attitude you ain't happy because you can't get what you want. This is a drama-free zone. I like it. Well, no drama. We thankful in this zone. This right here, this zone right here, I wouldn't even come up in here, honey, before I anointed my room. I couldn't even do no work up in here. Before I had to get this room anointed, because I said, no, this right here, this is the creative zone. Good morning, Diane. Thank you so much for joining. This is the creative zone. So, honey, we had to get this environment right. See, everybody can't come up in this environment because you don't need nobody robbing you of your peace, your joy, or your happiness. And so when you start making sure that you're happy in your own rights, then you can invite people in. But don't let people interrupt your happiness because they don't understand themselves and they don't want to be the change that they need to be, and they want to make you all responsible because if you don't do this and you don't do that, then I'm not happy. Happiness comes from within. So as you go about your day, your weekend, as you do your last minute shopping, or if you don't even do no shopping, you got to say, I'm going to be happy on 12/25/2020. 12/25/2020. Banish the joy robbers. Baby, you got to go. Be gone. So I pray that I've said something. I've kind of hit in a couple of areas. We talked about you. We talked about your role in your relationship. We talked a little bit about your money. And you can't be so holy that you can't talk about the things that make your mate happy, okay? You can't be so holy, because if you're in a married relationship, how you think it's going? I mean, why are you even in a relationship if it's not about being happy? I mean, if it's not about being happy and enjoying each other, why are you in a miserable relationship if you don't want to do nothing? That's always been my question. You got people that don't even like to talk to people, but you talking about you in a relationship. I don't need you walking around here stiff neck and talking about you so tired and you so busy. Honey, you leave your work at work, because when you come here, we need to be able to communicate. I'm in the house by myself. But I'm thinking, soon. You got to be open to it. Right now, no. But anyway. Be responsible for your own happiness and contribute to somebody else's happiness. And when you contribute to somebody else's happy, you will be so happy. So this is my word for you today. I want you to be whole happy. I want you to be whole happy in your relationships. I want you to be whole happy with yourself. I want you to be whole happy with your money. If your money is not right, get it right. If your relationship is not right, get it right soon and very soon. Yes. If your relationship is not right, get it right. Have a sit down. Say, honey, let's get on the futon. You can get on one end, I get on the other end, and let's talk about the things that's not making you happy. Let's talk about the things that I can do different or better. Let's talk about the things that you can do different and better. Be open. Don't be mad and don't nobody know why you mad. Don't anybody even know why you mad, why you got an attitude. I don't even know what I said or did. You have people that have these private, all of a sudden they ain't talking, and you can feel their energy, and the energy just is not, the vibes is not right, all these different sorts of types of things that you didn't sit up and cap the whole attitude, and I don't even know why you mad. Open your mouth. And remember, to increase your cash flow, you have to increase your action. You are not going to make more doing the same thing that got you in debt, or got you not having enough, got you having more a month than you have money. It's not going to be your 7 to 3, 8 to 4, 9 to 5. You're going to have to do something different. I believe in multiple streams of income. And I'm going to say this: if you're looking for a coach, a mentor, an accountability partner, I'm your girl. I'm not just no Facebook person. I am the person that I am all the time. This energy, if you know me, anybody on, do you know me? I'm the same. I am the same online and outline, online, outline, and offline. I am the same. My husband and I have read the 5 love language, and it is very good for open communication. Highly recommended. Thank you so much for that, Faith. Read the 5 love languages, honey. Faith is doing it. I'm loving it. Don't know. I'm just meeting her, but I feel like I know her. This sister's on the ball. I love her. Businesswoman, married woman, about them coins, honey, making a difference in other people's lives. I absolutely love it. What you looking for? I absolutely love it. And when you get to thinking about, what it is that you want, honey, you're going to have to get some help. Don't be up in that. See, that's another thing. A lot of y'all suffer in secret. You don't have to suffer in secret, honey. You talk to somebody where, where they can talk to, where we can be open. Because there's some stuff that can be done with anything, honey. Because it ain't even the size of your pencil. It's how you write your name. You are you all day, every day. Yes. I mean, if you know me, I'm me. I am me. Because I'm not a good faker. I'm not a good faker. I'm not a faker at all. And I don't like fake folks. I just can't deal with y'all. I'm sorry. But anyway, I pray that you all have a great day. I pray that you will start evaluating the areas in your life that you're really not happy in, and that you will start working on it. Don't hold somebody else responsible for something that you're responsible for. You do what you have to do to start turning things around. I'm getting ready to get out of here. If you're new to me, this is your girl, Coach O, founder and CEO of Action Speaks Volume Incorporated. I'm known as your procrastination strategist, behavior change expert. I help you to build unshakable confidence. Stop procrastinating, and you got it. Get your dreams out of your head into your life. I pray that you have an amazing day.